when you are working for these, or working to simplify these, what you want to do is factor all your denominators. So the first thing I'm going to do is think of these denominators in terms of their factored form. When I look at these, this one on the right is probably easier to factor. Okay? If I know two factors of positive 24 whose sum is plus 14, I get 12 and 2. And what this allows me to do is it allows me to see, again, more than likely, at least one of these factors is going to be a factor of the other fraction. Okay? And so when I test this, I'm going to look to see, well, I have P and P. I have the product is negative 180 or 108, and the sum is positive 3. So I know I have to have one positive and one negative number. The positive number has to be a larger number. It's likely going to be 12 or 2, so it's going to more than likely be 12. 12 times what gives me 108? It's 9, and is the difference of positive 12 and negative 9 equal to that positive 3? Yeah, so it can help guide how you look to factor. Okay, again, I'm not canceling those. I'm just rewriting them as factors. And now when I look to simplify, I can rewrite one common fraction. It needs a factor of p plus 12, p minus 9, and then it needs a p plus 12, which I already have, and a p plus 2. Again, we're looking for the minimum number of factors that we can use here that accommodate all the fractions. So this negative is going to be associated with my numerator. So I'm going to start with a negative 2, the first fraction's numerator, times any LCD factors missing from this denominator. It has the x plus, or the p plus 12 and p minus 9. It's missing p plus 2. Plus my next fraction's numerator 9 times the missing LCD factor here. It's missing the p minus 9. And so when I work through this, I can simplify my numerator. I'm going to do that off to the side and outside of the fraction form. So I get negative 2p minus 4 plus 9p minus 81. When I combine my like terms here, I get a total of 7p and minus 85. When you're looking at this, no common factors between those, so this is my numerator. Bless you. Okay, all over my LCD, I just write all my factors. The order that you write your factors isn't going to matter. Just make sure you have grouping symbols around them all, or use the equation editor to put them all in the denominator. And so the only other thing I have left is I look for any additional domain restrictions. Since I'm working with just a simplifying of a fraction, I take any canceled factors and identify those domain restrictions. Nothing got canceled, so this would be DNE. Again, doesn't mean there's not domain restrictions. P can't be negative 12, 9, or negative 2, but those are all apparent in that simplified form, so there's no additional ones.